Alright guys, back for my 650,000th POV video. I have a lot of stuff. Doesn't work. Oh well. There was one guy that commented on my channel. I might throw his @ up here somewhere on how to fix this. It was a video on his channel, so if I find it useful, I will direct you guys over there on how to fix it if any of you guys are having the same issue. So, car's warm, so we'll give her a little pull. Also been doing this thing lately when it doesn't really want to shift into 5th gear or to overdrive or whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. I've had a lot more fun with this car, but this weekend I do my valve cover gaskets. I have an intake, a oil catch can, and a plenum spacer, a 5/16 plenum spacer that I'm going to be doing all this weekend. Sorry, along with the an oil change because she needs it. Not necessarily overdue, but I haven't changed it since I got the car and I've been driving it for a month, so I figure it's probably time to do so. But I don't know. I've been loving the car. I will have some video up soon of me racing a 2003 Subaru WRX, and for you OG people that have been here for a while, you've seen me race that car in my Tiburon that I had, and needless to say, I got some cars put on me. It hurt me pretty bad. This car put up a pretty fair fight. Took off on him really hard, and then he pulled me in the mid-range, and then I pulled back past him again, back top end, anywhere past 100 mile an hour. Every time I record, man, I swear I got a yawn. But, got a lot of fun content for you guys. We for sure will be rerunning that Subaru again once I have all my mods. I have a guy that is going to be buying my cats, and I'm going to be doing header and test pipe, and then this car will officially be full bolt-on. Didn't mean to do that, sorry. It'll have the intake, the plenum spacer, the mufflers are deleted, it'll have test pipes and headers, and then that's pretty much all you can do on these for bolt-ons with, hello, you are in my lane, bud. It's the majority of what you can do without spending a bunch of money on like a supercharger kit or something crazy. But regardless, I don't know if I'm going to break them up into a bunch of videos, because I got like 5 or 6 things to install, and it's going to take a while. Tell ya, there's the yawn again. Or if I'm going to make it one big long video and just do a bunch of time lapses. I also don't know if any of you guys would like to see it as a how-to. Let me know down below how you feel about me doing some how-tos on some of these things instead of just showing you me installing them, because I'd be willing to do a how-to video on, you know, those things in case someone is buying those things and wants to install them. I will try when I do the video to put all the links to my stuff down in the description too, so if you guys want to buy any of the things I bought, because it's all pretty inexpensive. I think it's been less than 200 bucks, including the valve cover gaskets. So it's a pretty fair deal. The intake, ooh, little vet. The intake was about $55. The plenum spacer was about $60. Well, I guess I take that back. The headers and test pipe combo that I'm going to be buying is about 250 bucks after shipping. And then I bought a $35, $40 muffler that's going to be put out the back to hopefully quiet it down a little bit. And I might do resonated test pipes. Hello, I might be doing resonated test pipes instead because I like the way this car sounds, and I really don't want to get the VQ trumpety rasp that these things get. It's already pretty VQ, if you can hear. But I'd like to keep it somewhat tame instead of just full bore straight piping it with headers, because this car would be stupid. It would just be dumb, and I don't want that. So we are going to try to keep it somewhat tame and leave it with a good sound. I might at some point this summer buy like a Rev 9 catback or do like an NVIDIA catback or something, but it's really hard to find some that aren't for the coupe, and I don't want to do a dual exit exhaust on this car. I want to do a single. So I don't know. I was thinking just saving up a little bit and doing myself a little Tomei, because I think a Tomei would sound really good on this car with, sorry, a Tomei would sound really good on this car with test pipes, intake, plenum spacer, and my headers. It would be very nice, but it is what it is. This car needs a lot of love at the current moment. The paint's not very pretty and such as things like that, but even though it has not so pretty paint, I'm at the car wash and it's 37 degrees outside, but it snowed the other day and they laid down salt to get rid of said snow, and I need that off my car. I cannot have the salt on my car. Someone's booking it. So I'm gonna take you guys along for a little car wash and look like a tard ass in the middle of the car wash, because why not? I have some free car wash tokens somewhere in here, I believe. I think I put them in here. Yep, they're right here. Don't mind the wrapper from my control arm bushing, and this is all GoPro stuff and my phone charger, so it's not bad. We'll turn this off quick, and then stick these in there, and I'll take you guys for a car wash. It's gonna be loud. Car might run a little bit rough for a second until it gets through that little bit of water that I accidentally got into the Does anyone else with a G35 have problems with this thing? Whatever. But it might run a little rough for a few minutes until all that water clears up. Can't ever see coming out of here. All right. Wow, it's really hard to see out of that window right now. Check quick, make sure this GoPro is still alive. Yep, she sure is. Alrighty. Sorry you guys can't see much out the window. You can see what you're seeing here, but I can only do so much. I think I have my my ISO set too high. Could be a potential. The ISO could be set too high and I could be overexposing everything coming out of my windshield, but I'm still new to this. I haven't learned all the settings on the GoPro yet. I'm not entirely sure as to what to do. I get a bunch of weird looks with this big ass thing on my head. I find it funny. A lot of people would be embarrassed, but I think it's kind of funny that people give me weird looks. Wish I would have recorded it the other night for you. I had a Tiburon, the exact same as my old Tiburon. It was an SE and everything, but it was the 06. It was the older version. And this car just absolutely walked the hell out of it. It was hilarious. Next paycheck, I don't know if I've told you guys this or not already, but next paycheck is wheel bearings for this car, because it needs it. This one over here especially is out. I don't think this one's making any noise, but I know up there it's bad. So I need to do wheel bearings, and then I'm due for new rotors, and I'm just going to do drilled and slotted on this car because it looks so much better, and it's just, it is what it is. So if you hear all the crunchy grindiness, that's what it is. Manual mode doesn't work again. I told you guys that I was going to get my sub hooked up too, and I ended up having a bad batch of RCA wires, so I never got the sub finished. Well, I got it finished, but I have to tear the whole passenger side of the interior back apart to run my RCA wires up to up here. It's a big deal. It is what it is. So music sounds like crap. I can't play it too much. I'll get copyrighted. But it does not sound good. This car does not have the Bose sound system, but it is this weekend. A whole bunch of stuff's going on this weekend. You guys have no idea. This weekend it is getting Rockford Fosgate speakers. I don't know what series or anything of the sort, but it's getting some Rockford Fosgates, 6 by 6.5 inch, all 4s, and then tweeters. And then I think they're 140 amp output or something like that. I'm not a speaker guy, can't quote me on things like that. But they'll sound way better, and then I'll get my sub completely finished, and the sound system will finally be good for my summer cruises. Wow, that sun is bright. Because I plan on going on a lot of different cruises and trying to build up a friend group of cars this summer, because I won't have school anymore. I'll be graduated. Have a lot more free time. What are you doing, dude? You could have waited until that light turned green, you know? It is what it is, I guess. But there's a lot to come for this car. Mainly not aesthetics right now. I'm gonna focus on aesthetics after this car is full bolt-on. And then I'm gonna make it look pretty, and then this summer I'm gonna drop the money and get tuned on uprev. Because I don't know how much a tune wakes these cars up. I've heard it's only like, even going full bolt-on with a tune, I heard you'll get like at maximum like 45, 50 wheel, which I'm personally used to some pretty slow cars. I mean, my Tiburon had 180 horsepower, and I had a hell of a lot of fun in that car. Now, this is already significantly faster than the Tiburon was. Now, this with another 50 wheel, these all-wheel drives, I'm probably only 210 wheel in this car, something like that, 210, 215 wheel. Because I know the all-wheel drives, or the rear-wheel drives will put out like 220, 225 wheel, and I have much more drivetrain. Ooh, words are hard for me today. Much more drivetrain loss. So I don't put out that much power due to the all-wheel drive. Now, this car does have the cool all-wheel drive system where it's rear-wheel drive all the time until it senses slip, which is kind of cool. Nice 2008 WRX. Talked to that guy a few times. But, I don't know. I've seen people take the front drive shaft out to run these on a dyno, because the only all-wheel drive dyno that we have in Nebraska, or at least that I don't have to drive 5 hours for, is in Omaha. And I don't know how much they charge per hour. I don't know anything like that. But definitely would like to get this car tuned on uprev soon, get some rolling anti-lag, things like that, and just have some fun, get some two-step, maybe some flames, because, you know, it's got a VQ, it's got to spit flames, otherwise I'm not the everyday faggot of the world. I just have to be. It's tradition, you know? But I mainly just want to get tuned for the peppiness. I want this car to be faster. It's bone stock with both of the mufflers deleted right now, is all it is. And it's keeping up with the WRXs. This car is, you know, almost 3,600 pounds before I even sit in it, you know. And I have a full spare in the back. It's like a 3,800 pound, and I had another passenger with me too, so this car was close to 4,000 pounds, and I raced a Subaru that even with the passengers was not even 3,600 pounds. So to hold off my ground and even come around him on the top end, which you guys will see later, I'm pretty excited for it. So once this car is full bolt-on tune, WRXs are bye-bye, never see them again. That's what I'm coming for STIs. And then, I'm not sure, I've seen a few people do it. I kind of want to do a Frankenstein build on this car and do VHR heads on the DE block, or HR heads, whichever, I don't remember which one it was. And then do the VHR manifold with the dual throttle bodies and do the dual intakes and stuff. I've just heard it's a really hard swap, and it's really hard to get the ECU to adjust to it unless you go standalone, and then you're dumping money into it, and I gotta get it pro-tuned and all sorts of stuff. But to do something like that, it'd be really cool. I would like to push 350, 400 wheel in this car with a set of cams and things like that. But I really want to try to avoid building the bottom end, because that's usually when reliability comes to strike you in the ass. So, I don't know. Might just keep this as a daily and just keep a full bolt-on tune, and then buy a 350Z, or I'm thinking of a G37 too. Something rear-wheel drive with a 6-speed, and do the things that I want to do to it that already has the VHR. So there's a lot of options, and the market for G37s is ridiculous right now. I really don't want to go and spend $12,000 on one with 130,000 miles. And the only reason I got this car with as many miles as I did, has 182,000 on it, is because I got it off of a trade for the Tiburon. So I paid $4,500 for the Tiburon, and I put 7,000 miles on the car over a 6-month span, and then pawned it off for this, because yeah, this just is so much more fun. It's just such a better car. It's better. So much more luxury. It does have the ripped seats and whatnot, but I have heated seats. I finally have cruise control. I can control my radio from here. It's so nice. It sounds better. A lot of people would argue that the Tiburon looks better because it has the sportier look, because it's a coupe. Ooh. But, you know, it's here nor there. It depends on who you ask. I think the sedan looks better than the coupe G35, and I think this car looks way better than the Tiburon did. Slow by any means at all. I have been thoroughly enjoying this car. Dude, I swear the yawns, I'm gonna become notorious for that. Hey. Okay, now the cruise is working. But this has been a really fun car, and I still have a lot yet that I want to do to it, because I mean, they're just fun cars. I do like that this one is all-wheel drive, but I also dislike it at the same time, because it makes the car feel a lot less rowdy. I can't, like, I don't know, it doesn't spin, which is cool that I can take on a lot of pretty quick cars that are rear-wheel drive from a dig, but I mean, just the visceral feel of the rear-wheel drive with a manual, it's just what I want. So eventually I'm going to do, hopefully, a G37 with a 6-speed, and then probably keep this as the daily and do all the crazy stuff to that thing. We'll do the same full bolt-on, and then I'll get it tuned, and then I want a turbo VQ37 in my life, because it just, oh, it sounds fun. Even if I bought one of these that was rear-wheel drive 6-speed with the HR instead of the VHR, instead of going up to the 3.7, I wouldn't mind it, because the HRs are over 300 crank horsepower. These are 280, so it definitely is a difference, and there's no way that you can't feel it. So it'll be a lot faster car. Plus the HR holds power way better. I've heard, due to the compression ratios, I can't give you an exact compression ratio. I think this is 10 to 6 to 1 or something like that. but I've heard these DEs do handle boost almost as well as the HRs, from my knowledge. I'm not a professional. I can't give you any professional quoting on if any of this is true, but I have seen these motors, I wouldn't say they handle boost better, but they respond better to boost because of the compression ratio. Because I know that the HR has a higher compression ratio and the VHR has an even higher compression ratio than this car. And I think higher or lower, one of the two. I believe higher compression ratio responds to boost worse than a lower compression ratio. I don't know. Regardless, it'd be really cool to even turbo my DE, but this motor's just, it's not up for a turbo. It's got 182,000 miles on it. I don't even know what that is, but it's annoying. But it's got 182,000 miles on it, and she's gonna be a daily. I'm not gonna be doing any of that big turbo stuff on this little DE. Plus, I really don't feel like exploding a transfer case, to be 100% honest with you guys, because I've watched a lot of people on a lot of platforms explode transfer cases in these cars left and right because of way too much power off the line. Could I make it work? Could I build the bottom end on the DE, do some cams and throw a turbo on it? Absolutely. And it would make power. I bet I could put all of 500 through this car after I built bottom end and have no issues at all, except for, you know, turbo car problems. There's always something. But I just don't see it fit. I'd rather get something with an HR and just be able to make almost the same power this car will, boosted with just full bolt-ons and a tune. Because I've seen people pull well over 300 wheel, no problem, on an HR G35. No problem. I've seen people NA, no cams, nothing of the sort, just go full bolt-on and get it tuned and put down 350 wheel on a rear-wheel drive one. Now, this car, I would have to do a lot to it to make 350 wheel or even 350 crank. This car will not make 350 crank horsepower on bolt-ons and a tune. Won't happen. So 330 or 325 or whatever it is horsepower crank straight out the box is a lot better than the 280 whatever these cars make. I've heard 287, I've heard 283, whatever they make to the crank. It's 280, right? Now, this is also a non-rev up because it is pre-06, I want to say. So it's even less power, but it was nice talking to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be seeing you all in the next one. I probably won't be uploading again until this weekend, but there's a lot to come this weekend, and I'm probably going to split it up into numerous videos. I believe tonight the cats do come off this car to be sold, and tonight I will be ordering my headers and test pipes if they get sold and I get paid tonight. If not, it'll be later this week. But lots to come, and this car is about to change a lot, so please stay tuned. Remember, wickedlyboosted.com. Use code BLUETIB10. I'll throw it up right here, wherever my finger is, somewhere around this vicinity. BLUETIB10 is 10% off store-wide. It helps me a lot. Please just go check them out. I will put the link in the description, so please go look at it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.